Thanks so much, Chris. Well, we don't probably see that much snow really coming in this week across southern Ontario. So from a weather perspective, it's looking pretty good. But let's check in because we have had some early morning flurries. Let's turn it over to Kevin at Dundas Square and see what it's like outside. We don't have that much to feel blue about because the forecast is looking pretty good. It's looking like where we really should be for this point of 10, maybe feeling like in the minus mid-teens, so a chilly overnight. But it is January after all. We have had some early morning flurries, nothing really significant from this. And now we're looking at actually some high pressure and a little bit of cloud cover from time to time over the next many days. And this warm front comes through, but other than that, we really don't see much in terms of features. There will be some active weather in Atlantic Canada with our low pressure system here moving up to the north and strengthening. This one here, this little low crosses by, might just skirt by the southwest of the province. Chatham, Windsor, maybe picking up a little bit of snow, and then another one to our north by the time we get to the end of the week. So what kind of impact does that have on our 7-day forecast? Well, you can see that we're at seasonal values all through Thursday. And then on Saturday, we have a little bit of flurry activity popping up, -6 on Sunday with bright skies. Thanks so much for that, Kim. Have you heard that today is considered Blue Monday? We're in the doldrums of winter. The credit card bills are coming in from Christmas, and it's not maybe the best of days as all those things combined come together. On Blue Monday, what better place than to go to Blue Mountain, and that's where Chrissy Van was earlier today.
On the slopes.
Oh, so cute. So adorable. Thank you so much for that, Chrissy. Let's take a look at what we are dealing with weather-wise. Well, if we're in Blue Mountain, the conditions are looking pretty good. We have had some rainfall as of late. In fact, yesterday's daytime high was early in the day in Toronto. It was 6 degrees. So we have had some warmth. Temperatures now more seasonal and will stay at that level right through to the end of the week. But in terms of weather itself, not that much going on. A low pressure system coming in from the west skirts by southwestern Ontario and then another one later in the week to the north. But temperature-wise, we're sitting right about seasonal. However, we might even see quite a change, actually, in the long-range forecast into late January, early February, with more cold air in place. Watch for flurries on Saturday. Thank you very much, Chris. Great, great forecast. Yes, it's looking seasonal actually all week long. But interesting pattern that we had over the weekend where we reached our daytime high on Saturday late in the day and our Sunday high early in the day. Now the temperatures have dropped back down to seasonal, but let's see what kind of impact that's having outside downtown with Kevin.
Studio.
Thanks so much, Kevin. I always judge a week by how good are the driving conditions. It's looking pretty good, actually, this week for the most part, because we're going to be in that POP at the bottom of the screen stays pretty low this week. We'll have a low to the north, a low to the south. In fact, just watch down to the southwest because there could be a low pressure system just coming through there with a little bit of flurry activity. But for us around the GTA, it's looking like a pretty good spell of weather for us. Now, there is a strengthening low pressure system here Tuesday off in the Atlantic provinces. And then we see a low, see it just skirting by there around Windsor, Chatham, and then another one to the north. And that will be for Friday, but it does draw up more of a warm flow for us, at least keeping up our temperatures temporarily to seasonal. If anything, we see a temperature here of 0 by Saturday with a little bit of flurry activity. Then the temperatures begin to drop. And that may be the pattern that we see overall into eastern Canada as we head toward the end of January. Thanks for that, Chris. Let's get into our forecast for this week, and what's expected is seasonal, climatologically speaking, normal temperatures for this week. Let's turn it over to Kevin, though, now that the temperatures have dropped from the weekend, and see what it's like down at Dundas Square. Thanks so much, Kevin. It's too bad we let her know because now she's feeling blue about it, right? Okay, let's take a look at our short-term for this week. We're really not seeing much in terms of weather at all. We'll see some colder conditions, certainly than what we had this weekend. Also, we may see some active weather down in the southwest of the province, just from a low pressure system grazing by that particular area, and could see some precipitation there Wednesday evening. Overall, though, this is a good pattern, and we see the temperatures staying at about where they should be for this time of year. So overall, this look ahead for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is looking not too bad at all. There is some indication, though, in the long-range forecast, and we're talking beyond this 7-day period, the temperatures plummet across the east of the country. Were you watching the Weather Network last week? I know you were. You saw Mark and Mike traveling across the country, our intrepid team, As I like to call them, M&M. Yeah, they traveled from Alberta to Ontario last week. Here is a look at the highlights of their cross-Canada adventure. Have you ever crossed the country driving? If you have, tweet me at Sheryl Plouffe and tell me what the highlight was. I've done it. It's quite an adventure, and clearly it was for Mark and Mike as well. Well, you know what? Weather-wise, we have some pretty decent weather this week. It's seasonal temperatures, not seeing much in the way of weather. With the exception of the southwest of the province may just get grazed by a little bit of flurry activity a little bit later on, say about the midweek period. But overall, this is looking pretty good. So there's that low just down into Windsor and Chatham, and then another low to the north by the end of the week anchored to the north. We will see seasonal temperatures throughout the week. And in fact, the temperatures begin to drop more significantly after the weekend ahead. So this is the 7-day snapshot. We can see now we get back into those wind chills in the minus teens. So
Force of Nature
I'm Sheryl
is
Plouffe.
brought
Let's
to
get
you
set up with the
by
weather across
Trade
the
Your
GTA
Snowshoes
as we
for
look
No
ahead to
Shoes
the
on
afternoon.
Florida's
Temperature of
Paradise
-2,
Coast.
which
Visit
is seasonal for
discoveryourparadise.com.
Toronto, Hamilton -6 by evening. So definitely got some cooler temperatures than what we experienced this past weekend, where we reached our daytime highs on Saturday late in the day and Sunday's daytime highs early in the day. But we don't have that much in the way of weather this week. The only exception being down toward the southwest. May see some flurries from a low pressure system that's just grazing by the extreme southwest. But overall, this is a week where we see near seasonal temperatures and really no problems with regard to travel, at least around the GTA. That's how it appears at this point. But let's get you back into your special programming right now. Call out helicopter crash. There is some indication that by the end of January, we are going to see the temperatures plummeting. But for the time being, we're sitting right about where we should be for this time of year. So by the evening, temperatures, Toronto and Hamilton sitting at around -6, daytime highs around -2. So overall, the pattern is a dry one this week. We had a start today with a little bit of flurry activity, but that largely gone. And as we can see through the 7-day forecast, it's not until Saturday that we even pick up any chance of precipitation. So looking good and dry for the most part this work week. Let's get you back to call out helicopter crash.